That was, I think, the most widely shared belief coming into the season was Bills are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
If that was one, then 1A had to be AFC West, toughest division, not only in football, but maybe the toughest division football's ever seen. Ever seen.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, just take a look. The Raiders got Devontae Adams and Chandler Jones. I took that cheese, as we all know, to say they were going to win this toughest division in football because Josh McDaniels with Derek Carr and this team that had so much moxie in the face of so much adversity last year to win 10 games and make the playoffs and almost beat the eventual AFC champs in their home. I thought that was going to be them sitting at the top of a division that adds Russell Wilson from Seattle and so on and so forth. Randy Gregory was coming. And
wonder how he feels about his decision.
Khalil Mack.
Right.
Yeah. Khalil Mack coming here to Los Angeles. J.C. Jackson and so on and so forth. And Tyreek Hill said deuces to Kansas City.
Wow.
The Cheetah goes to Miami, and we're all like, what's going to happen with the Chiefs' offense now that they've lost their Cheetah? Going to be totally wide open. Anybody can win it. The Chiefs' reign sitting atop this division was threatened. Well, here we are after 11 weeks. And the Chiefs have a 3-game lead over the Chargers, who they just swept last night. So that's really a 4-game lead, isn't it? And the Raiders, who were, no question, the most disappointing team in the NFL, certainly in these parts, no question, going into Week 11, just beat the Broncos to sweep them to come back and win a game in Denver in overtime, where you want to talk about not covering a team's best player. Devontae Adams wide open. I mean, no one within 20 yards of him, it looked like, when he caught the game winner last night. Raiders not only leapfrogging the Broncos in the standings, but leapfrogging the Broncos as a less disappointing team. Broncos officially now, in my mind, the most disappointing team in the NFL coming into the season. I had to see it to believe it because it was a new coach, and I had no idea what Russ was going to do with his new players and his new weapons. And even in a time where, bless him, Nathaniel Hackett says, I'll give up the play calling. And then they lose that game with only one touchdown on the board.
Oof. Ugly.
So Denver falls to last place in this division. And it's not even open to competition. It's over. There's nothing I can say that will erase the worst take I've had, certainly in terms of football in the history of this show, to say the Raiders were going to win this division. And I'm doubtful about the Kansas City Chiefs. My bad, mea culpa. I get it. Nothing I will say that will get Stone Street and his heat off my back. I get it. It's funny. Yesterday when I said that the Raiders, what a win for them, and they put the Broncos in last place, he said he tweeted at me with a meme of him on the set of Modern Family is just shaking his head no. Like, that's not going to keep me from telling you that's the worst take you've ever had.
Is Stone Street writing checks to you, though? Because if the Chiefs don't win, you have a lot of fodder to come back.
I don't have any fodder. I have zero fodder. There's no fod. There's no dir. There's no fodder. There's no nothing. There's no mutter. There's no fodder. There's no nothing. I have nothing on this front because the Kansas City Chiefs entering week number 12, and I know how I started the show about the Dallas Cowboys. They're the best team in football. They are the best team in football. And they have, entering week 12, the most valuable player in football. His name is Patrick Mahomes. He is unstoppable. And every Los Angeles Charger, San Diego Charger, anybody who knows anything about charging their phone, anything about electricity, name anything to do with power and lightning or anything. Anybody who knows powder and the color blue, everybody knew when the Chargers took that lead last night, late in the fourth quarter. It was not enough. And there was too much time still on the clock. To the point now where people are tweeting out, this is the obligatory, they left too much time on the clock for Patrick Mahomes tweet. We knew it. Everybody knew it. And when Dicker the kicker kicked that extra point, I'm like, all right, degree of difficulty made it that much tougher because they got to score a touchdown, but we knew it. We all knew it. And you all knew who was going to be the guy scoring it too, didn't you?
I mean, yeah.
You all knew it. Yeah. The Charger killer.
Killer Trav.
The great Travis Kelce. Yes, Tyreek Hill's in Miami, but this guy's still in Kansas City, isn't he? And so is Patrick Mahomes. He is unbelievable. And now he's got guys you've never heard of that he's throwing to. Who the hell knew they've got more tight ends than Travis Kelce? And he's using all of them. And Sky Moore, the kid who they drafted, who's hardly done a thing all year long. 7 catches coming and had 5 last night.
Yeah.
Okay, no Juju, right? Kadarius Toney gets hurt right in the middle of the game. He did nothing last night. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And Isaiah Pacheco, by the way, the kid from Rutgers, he got the first 100-yard game that the Chiefs have had since week 4 last year. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes is the MVP. The Chiefs the best team in the NFL, and it's week 12 coming up, Thanksgiving week in the National Football League 2022 season, and so on and so forth. And the Chiefs are going to win this division again, and the so-called toughest division in football, maybe the toughest division football has ever put together. Because look at all the quarterbacks who've made Pro Bowls in it. Look at all the kids. Look at all the new talent coming in. It's going to totally shake things up. And kudos to the Broncos and the Chargers and the Raiders for saying enough's enough. We're going to do what we have to do to finally depose the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are like, whatever. Whatever.
Whatever.
What other word to describe it? Whatever. Okay. Got it. And that's what all the Chiefs fans were thinking, and everybody else was talking about it. I'm one of the everybody else, and I am here to say to the Chiefs, my bad, mea culpa, and let's see what happens from here on out, because clearly there are some other terrific teams in the league that can beat them, have already beaten them. They can lose. Who knows if Joe Burrow and the Bengals are now back. We saw what they did in Pittsburgh. I understand it's Pittsburgh and that they're not the same Steelers that we're used to the last few years. You know, don't forget, don't sleep on the bye-weeking Buccaneers. Okay, don't sleep on them. We'll see what the Niners do tonight. We saw what the Cowboys did yesterday. The Philadelphia Eagles are still very good. But the Chiefs, to salud. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.